Hello, and welcome back to another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video. Today, we're going to be doing a little bit of Ginger Complains. Now, you might be sitting here and wondering, what could he be complaining about now? Well, it's this. All aboard the Bane train. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty of it, let me just preface it by this. I am extremely excited about Darth Bane coming. However, um, there's a massive caveat there about that. So Bane will be the next conquest character after Dark Trooper Moff Gideon comes out later this month. Well, actually, like what? Next 2 weeks from now, whatever. You know what I mean. So in January January we'll start farming Darth Bane, yada yada yada. The problem is a couple small nitpicks I have with him. Numero one, they're going with the appearance of him from the Clone Wars cartoon whenever Yoda was on Korriban in the Sith temples. One of the tombs, actually, not the temple, one of the Sith Lord tombs, and he encountered Darth Bane's spirit there, because he's not really a Force ghost, because that would be, reconnecting with the Force and dying of natural causes, or reconnecting and becoming one with the Force, but he's more like a Force Sith ghost thing. So there's the biggest problem, one of the biggest problems I have with him. The Clone Wars cartoon version of him looks extremely meh. Like, I have a lot of issues with it. First and foremost, oh, I gotta move my head. Really? This is the one you want to go with? This version of Darth Bane? That version? Not the one with him in the freaking Orbalisk armor, or this version of him before he's in the Orbalisk armor. There's like 2 or 3 other variations of him you could go with, and you went with the most lame one of the Ghost version of him? Really, CG? Really? So there's that. There's that thing I have issues with. And also the fact that they said, we embrace his iconic look. His iconic look is the Orbalisk armor, or even the one from the book cover of Path of Destruction. Not the Clone Wars one. A lot of people are not happy with it, with the Clone Wars version of him, because he looks like that instead of this or that. No. This is not iconic. This is CG. You're fucking lying to yourself and to us. And another thing, so he's not going to be creating his own Sith team, even though they said he will be, he can assemble a band of misfit Sith with sufficient relic investment and turn them into competitive fighting force. So whenever I read that, I thought, okay, cool, maybe he'll be his own Sith lead and all that, because he has leadership, only a strong survive, and then rule of 2 being is unique. So I'm like, cool. Grand Arena Omni is awesome. Cool. But then you get further down to the second paragraph, and then you see this. Additionally, with this unique, he paired alongside one other powerful Sith to fully embrace the iconic rule of 2 with a lengthy list of buffs and immunities for both Bane and his ally. So you're thinking, okay, maybe Darth Zana or Darth Cognis or maybe someone else. No. Sith Eternal Emperor. The Sith Eternal Emperor is going to have a special call out within Bane's kit, and the duel will be a force to be reckoned with, which means Watt will be going to, the trench team, or he can go to Kylo if you need that elsewhere. So we're gonna pump the brakes right there. We're gonna throw the clutch. We're gonna throw the brakes on, and we're gonna put a massive halt to this. So there's a couple things here beyond just the Clone Wars version of him being the one they fucking went with instead of the Orbalisk armor, or the one whenever he was on Korriban, or literally any other variation. No. It's not that. It's the fact that he is the lifter for the Sith Eternal Emperor. Now, I may or may not be a Sith enthusiast. Maybe not. I mean, we can go look. I may or may not be. That's not what I wanted. I may or may not be a Sith enthusiast. Maybe. Just maybe. I may or may not be, So whenever you say he's going to be the lifter for the Sith Eternal Emperor, it confuses me. Because at the very beginning of this, you say you wanted to really embrace the Sith philosophy of strength through force, which is going to be, apparently demonstrated throughout the entirety of his kit. So why are you putting him with the Sith Eternal Emperor instead of making Bane the beginning of his own team or something like that, like with Darth Zana or Darth Cognis or whatever? Why is it that he is becoming the lifter for a man that was hell-bent on destroying the rule of two to become an eternal emperor, supposedly, and you're making him the booster for C, huh? I don't exactly get it, because Palpatine and his master Darth Plagueis Plagueis wanted to manipulate midichlorians, obviously, to extend his life artificially forever and keep, fueling his blood and midichlorian count with new midichlorians from other people, yada yada yada. Palpatine was trying to go the route of the same route that he did in Legends, even though Disney doesn't really want you to know that, because that's what they kept changing it all, made him look like a zombie, blah blah blah. But it looked like he was trying to go the route of clones and do the transfer of spirit from body to body to body for all of eternity. So that's why he became the Eternal Emperor. So why are you telling me the man that created the rule of two, Darth Bane, is going to be boosting someone that wanted to become an Eternal Emperor? Bane knew to make the Sith a force against the Jedi, they had to go into hiding, be two. One to hold the power, the other to crave it. No more, no less. Palpatine didn't want that. He wanted to be one. He wanted to have himself and all his little underlings under him to do his bidding. Why couldn't it have been Darth Plagueis, General Pride, like a Praetorian Guard of some sort? Why, or like one of the Knights of Ren? Why does it have to be one of the most iconic and beloved Sith in all of EU and Star Wars and all that? Why is it to be this one to boost up C? Now I get it. Before everyone starts lambasting me in the comments, oh, well, it's because of kit design and they gotta limit stuff and all that, yada yada yada. Okay, so I get that. But whenever I saw Bane coming, I immediately just like jumped on it and was like, yes. Like I was like that meme with the dude with like the big smiley face, and then whenever I started actually reading into it, I went and started like grimacing a little bit, because, cool, all of this is fine right here. That's fine right there. The first sentence of this is like the first little bits of that is fine. It's this final sentence in this second paragraph that really, well, that and the third paragraph about the Clone Wars bit, those two sentences really like torpedoed my excitement for Darth Bane. Am I still going to go heavy on him? Yes, I am. There's no question about it. Except, what other Sith are you going to just fucking ruin for your hunt to make kits work in the meta and all that, instead of like actually, I don't know, making characters that were with C and helped him, instead of fucking bringing someone that was 3,000 years older than him and created the rule of two? Was actually 1,000 years older, but you know what I mean. This is born 1,000 years before Palpatine was and all that fun stuff. Why are you making him the lifter for a Sith Lord that wanted to become the eternal ruler of the galaxy by using clones and transferring his body, his mind, his spirit from body to body to body to keep ruling indefinitely? Now I know in the books, Bane went after Darth Anadu's holocron covering immortality, and there's, at the end of the trilogy, him and Zana had that fight, and it leaves up to discussion of, did Bane win the fight and take over Zana's body, or does Zana win in the mental fight in her body and kill Bane? But she just ended up having that little weird hand twitch thing because of the Orbalisk stuff. So, but yeah, that's really it. I just wanted to cover Bane coming. I really didn't have any plans on doing that, but then as it kept just digesting and marinating in my noodle up here, it really started to piss me off because Bane has been a character I've wanted added to this game for a while, and they went and bastardized him. I understand that he will probably still have some sort of, you know, utility outside of a Sith Eternal Emperor team, but if they're making his rule of 2 have a fuckload of buffs and immunities for him and Palpatine, that ain't it, Chief. CG, you need to redraw this from the bottom up, and give C someone else, because Darth Bane is not the one. If y'all enjoyed this little rant, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys later on. I hope you have a good rest of your day.